What do you care about?
I care about the big problems facing my generation and hers.
I care about protecting our planet from climate change.
And our rivers from single-use plastics.
So there's a world worth growing up in.
Don't want to end up like him.
I care about everyone getting an education.
Because we wouldn't be here today
without a scholarship.
I care about treating and preventing cancer.
Like the cancer we lost beautiful Laura to.
I care about young people's mental health.
Because no one should have to face anxiety or depression alone.
And I care about families fleeing war and violence.
So here at the University of Birmingham, we are taking action on these 5 big challenges. But we need you.
You can help our trees to help us all breathe easier.
You can help take action on cancer to find the right treatment for every patient.
You can help find treatments for anxiety and depression.
You can help communities support refugee families.
And you can support essential scholarships and share your expertise as a mentor.
So young people like me can go to university.
And me.
And me. And me.
So tell us, which matters the most to you? It's time to take action for our generation and the next.
I attended the AEP Summer School in 2017 now, and it was the best week ever. I remember Ansar telling us at the beginning of the week that it was going to be the best 5 days, and it really was. I met some people on that summer school that I ended up being best friends with until now, to this day. The ambassadors that have come on to be at university with me, we're really, really close. I had a mentor at the AEP Summer School, and me and her now are still really close as well. Overall, it's just made me a much well-rounded person, and just looking back on those days now on graduation day, I can't believe how long ago it was.
Hi guys, my name is Neve Wilson and I'm on AEP this week. I'm on the humanities stream wanting to study psychology at Birmingham. So I'm going to be doing vlogs throughout the week, so I hope you enjoy it.
We can do it, and we're on this programme for that particular reason, and if it wasn't for many of the people in this room, we wouldn't have been given that opportunity. And so I'd like to thank every single one of you for giving all of us young people the chance to reach our potential and even further if we want to, if all of us are working, we can do it.
On A-level results day, I was ecstatic. I remember going to sixth form instead of looking on UCAS in the morning, so I didn't want to know if I got in or not. I wanted to get my results first. I remember opening the envelope with my dad, who's here on campus with me today, and it was just like that thank you moment of just all the hard work and all the all-nighters and everything paying off finally. So that was an amazing day.
It's A-level results day and I've just collected my results. I got the grades that I needed to get into Birmingham, so I'm so excited to be starting my psychology degree in October. I just thought I'd take this opportunity to thank all the sponsors that supported the summer school that I attended last year, as it was such an amazing experience and I met some lifelong friends there, and I just want to thank you all for your support in enabling students like me to be able to attend Birmingham.
The bursary actually enabled me to be able to travel from here back to Bromsgrove and from Bromsgrove to here as often as I needed to in first year, which was kind of essential because it was around at the same time that my mum was ill with a stroke, and so I was also needed quite a lot at home. It enabled me to be able to take her shopping and take her out and do all the things that maybe my dad was struggling to do, trying to run a business and a household and stuff. So that bursary enabled me to just be there when I was needed to, what time it was, it didn't matter. So that was really amazing.
It was my first week in a sixth form, my brand new sixth form that I just started, and my mum unfortunately suffered a stroke. And you kind of learn from quite a young age that the world doesn't stop just because something bad happens, it carries on. And that's where, the A to B programme kind of levels the playing field. It's just bringing us back up to where we would have been if life would have given us the same opportunities as everybody else. Being able to have the freedom that the scholarship gave me when I started uni, I was able to move into halls, and I was very aware that I was going to struggle because I knew that my mum needed my support in that time. But I also really wanted to have the experience to get into uni and get in halls and meeting new people. And so having that scholarship gave me the ability to get like an annual train pass to back and forth to Bromsgrove. So it really gave me that opportunity to just be there when I needed to.
So I've been a part of the mentor scheme this past year at uni, and my mentor Paul, unfortunately we haven't been able to meet up in person due to COVID, but we've been able to have Zoom sessions every other Friday, and it's given me that structure that I've really needed this year. Due to having online lectures, it's kind of been that one thing in my diary that stays the same. It's been life coaching, it's been career talks, it's been giving me self-confidence when I've been feeling a little bit down in the dumps. It's just been that thing that's really like pulled it all together and made me crack on over the weekend, coming after it. It's just been perfect. So I couldn't thank him enough. It's been absolutely amazing. I would say a massive thank you to all of the alumni that have supported students like me. Without the scheme, I definitely wouldn't be here. I wouldn't be stood here in my robes, graduating. You know, I've made myself really proud and I've put in the hard work, but it's with the support of the alumni that's enabled me to do that. So just a massive thank you, really.
I declare this congregation open.
Provost, distinguished guests, members of the university, family members, friends, and especially graduands, a very warm welcome to you on this wonderful occasion. The first degree congregation we've been able to hold in this hall since 2019. Today, you graduate from a university with a long and proud story. It's a story founded on the vision of Joseph Chamberlain in 1900 to provide a university for the people of Birmingham, described as a great school of universal instruction taking all knowledge in its province. This is a university that has always sought to teach, to test, to extend, and apply knowledge in the broadest range of disciplines, a breadth illustrated throughout this very building. Outside, the friezes beneath the domes depict engineering, metallurgy, and music. Behind me, the spectacular south window portrays commerce, medicine, the arts, physics, and more. This great hall itself has a remarkable story. When it was opened in 1909 by King Edward VII, it was described as the greatest glory of this, the original civic red brick university. Its story encompasses not only 100 years of examinations, graduations, and prestigious functions, but it also served as a military hospital during the First World War, an emergency gym in the Second World War, and most recently, a COVID testing facility. The global pandemic has impacted all of our lives in ways we could never have imagined only 2 years ago. You have adapted, persevered, and shown more resilience, ingenuity, and tenacity than any graduating cohort this hall has ever seen. And we are really proud that you've overcome all of those challenges to achieve your degree. You are extraordinary people, and we're here to celebrate your achievements. You came to the University of Birmingham because you wanted to come to a great place of learning. You wanted to test yourself and equip yourselves for the next phase of life. Your experience will not have been what you were expecting, but you stand here today having overcome all barriers and having achieved your goals. Graduation Day is a day to tell stories, the individual stories of each of you, the students of all ages, backgrounds, and nationalities who animate this great university. Behind each of the names that we read out today is an individual chapter written into the history of the university. This ceremony marks a momentous occasion and a significant chapter in your stories. It's a chapter that has been made possible through the continued support and tireless dedication of all those who join us in the Great Hall today. We are delighted to welcome parents, guardians, partners, family and friends to celebrate this important moment in your lives. It is right on such an occasion as this to recognise their contribution to your success, and I'm sure you'll want to do so in your own way. Today marks the end of one kind of relationship with the university and the start of a new one. Today, you become a member of a distinguished family, a family with over 350,000 members in more than 170 countries around the world, the alumni of the University of Birmingham. Our alumni are engaged in an amazing array of careers, and we look forward to witnessing your own professional achievements and successes being added to this list in the years to come. You and those who are with you today have many reasons to be proud. We share in that pride and take great pleasure as the Provost will now admit you to your degrees.
Provost and Vice Principal, to you and to the University, I present the names of these graduands, as listed in my programme, both in attendance and in absentia, proved worthy to be admitted to their respective degrees.
By virtue of my authority as Provost, I admit those persons listed in the programme to the degree for which they are to be presented.
College of Engineering and Physical Sciences, School of Chemical Engineering, Doctor of Engineering, for research into the coolant systems of pressurised water reactors, Nathan Lee. For research into the effect of chemistry and mechanical actions on soil removal, Despoinia Zimpaludi. Doctor of Philosophy, for research into polymers that can be used to change the behaviour of bacteria, Pavan Adoni. For research into the controlled release of macronutrients using design structures based on mixed biopolymers, Kauzi Michelle Kanyak. For research into the formulation of microcapsules with low melting temperature phase change materials as the core materials for thermal energy storage applications, Abdullah Mustafa. For research into composite thermochemical latent heat storage materials, Annabelle Palacios Trujoli. For research into the production and use of protein particles for fat replacement in soft, solid foods, Peter William Young. Master of Science, Advanced Chemical Engineering, Hashim Abbasi. Shiraz Ahmed. Mohammed Nadine Chowdhury. Henry Reed Clarkson. Asim Din. Louis Gillet. Sitting Guo. Alexavier Luke Harmon. Adela Natova. Afam Kilmi. Abdullah Zulkifli Mushtaq. Hanta Rabajalina. Advanced Chemical Engineering with Energy, Mohammed Adnan Al-Sabah. Emilios Pavlos Knight. Thomas Osborne. Advanced Chemical Engineering with Formulation, James Sharp. Advanced Chemical Engineering with Healthcare Technology, Alexander Crossman. Emily Olivia Massey. Biochemical Engineering, Sneha Puranam Rajiska. Food Safety, Hygiene and Management, Zhao Lei Hu. Siwong Zhang. Global Energy Technologies and Systems, Lin Chen. Finn Doyle. Veronica Caudas. Max Palgrave. Jazim Talon. Healthcare Technology, Philip Sadelican. Sophie Caprioli. Hannah Louise James. Daisy Lily Adonia Rabbit. Rhiannon Speak. Bachelor of Engineering, Chemical Engineering, Aya Al-Shimi. School of Chemistry, Doctor of Philosophy, for research into rheological behaviour of aneotropic colloids, Christia Ray Avins. For research into luminescence metal complexes for sensors, Andrew James Carrod. For research into development of lanthanide nanoparticles for detection and drug release, Sajani Harrier. For research into a new class of fluorescent photoconducting organic liquid crystals, Owen Thomas. Sorry, Jones, Owen Jones. For research into the development of fluorescent sensors for DNA, Georgina Leck. For research into the enabling role of sulfur in gold catalysis for molecular synthesis, Paige Amanda Rist. For research into investigation of localization of luminescent nanoparticles in cancer cells, Irene Theophilou. Doctor of Philosophy with Integrated Study, for research into resorbable fixation devices for bone injuries and regeneration, Ahmed Samir Hamidi. Master in Science, Chemistry, Hussein Ali. Matthew Stephen Bradbury. Chemistry with industrial experience, Ornella Ewers. Ryan Tain Kenyon. There are 2 graduands who are in absentia. Their degrees are conferred. Master of Science, Advanced Chemical Engineering, Kazim Sheikh, and Advanced Chemical Engineering with Formulation, Akib Mohammed Hanif Lam. School of Chemistry, Bachelor of Science, Chemistry, Zihan Kong. Andrea Denise Dimitru. Reese Kelly. Eleanor Fiona Kendrick. Annabelle Lee. Daniel Ross. Hannah Elizabeth Lucia Simmons Havorka. School of Mathematics, Doctor of Philosophy, for research into the mathematics of networks, Joseph Frederick Hyde. Master of Science, Applied Mathematics, Sia Mariam Ahmed. Jason Singh Baines. Albert Biju Chako. Rajan Guru. Shivani Yang. Caroline Louise Purvis. Dylan Singh Sahota. Cameroon Steele. Eleanor Wright. Financial Engineering, Mutaza Nazir. Mathematics, Operational Research Statistics and Econometrics, James Francis Adey. Alaya Mohammed T. Al-Qatani. Bo Bai. Guyan Chadha. Thomas Dwenesh Manning. Thomas George Eckley. Jin Yu Feng. Zachary King. Rachel Marion Oliver. Richard Anthony Schaefer. Sulmaya Thirulchalvam. Katie Rose Alton Williams. Bachelor of Science, Mathematics, Stephen John Cowsall. Wakas Khan. Mathani Tharavi Yaraja. Mathematics and Computer Science, Alex James Heighton. Mathematics with Business Management, Simranjit Kaur. School of Metallurgy and Materials, Doctor of Philosophy, for research into the interactions between magnetic and crystal structures using scattering techniques to develop understanding for future material development, Robert Arnold. For research into the performance of titanium alloy linear friction welds under fatigue loading in aero engines, Elizabeth Alice Nuttall. Doctor of Philosophy with Integrated Study, for research into high-temperature fatigue crack growth in nickel-based superalloys, Joe Christian Airy. For research into long-lasting antibacterial stainless steel surfaces, Benham Dashborzorg. For research into long-lasting antibacterial titanium surfaces, Ikra Khan. For research into high-temperature mechanical behaviour of a nickel-based superalloy, Andrew Merrison. For research into effects of stress and oxidation on crack annihilation in nickel-based superalloys, Joshua Ramsey. For research into crack growth in titanium-based composites, Hannah Stanley. For research into aluminium coatings for corrosion protection of offshore wind turbines, Veronica Anna Sirek Gastoncorn. For research into the rotary friction welding of advanced aero engine disc alloys, Rebecca Anna Tipping. Master of Science, Material Science and Engineering, James David Adler. Amelia Rose Edgley. Yi Chen Li. Zachariah Rachman. Mohammed Hashim Sardar. Elena Vasilevich. Sorry, Ranveer Singh, sorry. Master of Engineering, Materials Engineering with Industrial Experience, Zite Afobi. Bachelor of Engineering, Material Science and Engineering, Lou Cooper. Bachelor of Science, Nuclear Science and Materials, Lucy Jessica Grant. Okay, Advanced Chemical Engineering, Qasim Sheikh. Okay, Advanced Chemical Engineering with Formulation, Akib Mohammed Hanif Lam. I'm now going to introduce the student representative, Caroline Purvis, MSc in Applied Mathematics, to give a speech on behalf of the graduating cohort.
Thank you very much, and also to the School of Mathematics for inviting me to speak today. I'm delighted to be here in the Great Hall and able to celebrate with you all in person after we've spent so much time interacting through screens over the last couple of years. First of all, I'd like to say a massive congratulations to all the new graduates here today. We have many reasons to be proud of ourselves and what we've achieved. Whether you've been juggling the step up to undergraduate level study with living independently for the first time, riding the emotional roller coaster that is PhD research, or, like me, picking up a master's in a new field, or the same field, I guess, the university experience is not without its challenges, academic, practical, and social. Without wishing to dwell unduly, the COVID-19 pandemic has added a whole new dimension to these challenges. But we've adjusted to new ways of working, found ways to connect and motivate one another, and accomplished our academic goals to find ourselves here today. Our degree certificates might represent the successes we've had in our exams or our research, but they're not the whole story by any means. We've learnt as much about ourselves as about our subjects, hopefully made lifelong friendships, and had a whole raft of experiences we couldn't have had without being Birmingham students. But of course, we haven't done all of this alone. So many people have helped us along the way, have contributed to the successes we're celebrating today. And on behalf of all of the graduates here, I'd like to extend our thanks. Firstly, to the lecturers and other teaching staff, who in my, and I'm sure in all of our experiences, have more than risen to the dual challenge of adapting to the new semester-based university timetable whilst wrangling with the unfamiliar medium of online learning. Their continuing commitment to providing the highest possible standard of teaching in such an uncertain time, their unwavering support, and, in my case at least, their fervent belief in there being no such thing as a stupid question, have made the academic experience here at Birmingham a thoroughly enriching, rewarding, and enjoyable one. Thanks also to all the academic support staff across various departments who have smoothed the aforementioned transition to online learning and been on hand to deal with our many and varied queries about Canvas and how to access the library remotely and all that sort of thing. The Wellbeing and Student Experience teams and the Guild of Students, too, have worked tirelessly to support us and to maintain a sense of the Birmingham community amongst the student body spread across the country and the world. Finally, I'm sure all the graduates here today would like to join me in thanking their friends and families for their support and encouragement over the course of our studies. Whether we've been full of enthusiasm following a breakthrough with a particularly challenging problem, or despairing that nothing's making sense, again, they've been there to pretend to understand what on earth we're so excited about, remind us why we're doing what we're doing, and generally cheer us to the finish line. In many cases, they've also provided invaluable practical support. I arrived in Birmingham to start my MSc in September 2020 and ended up leaving again fairly swiftly to lock down with my parents. Thanks very, very much again to them for having me for that. And so I haven't been able to spend anywhere near as long enjoying the campus and exploring the city as many others here today. What I have gained a sense of, however, is the common purpose of the supportive community of students and staff, the desire to explore, learn, and of course have fun, that are such important parts of the Birmingham experience. I will miss this, but perhaps even more so, the enormous intellectual satisfaction I have gained in completing my course, the feeling of constantly expanding my knowledge, of seeing connections between different topics and modules, and being able to bring different techniques together to satisfactorily solve a problem. As mathematicians, scientists, and engineers, I'm sure you can all relate to this feeling, or else I've already got my rose-tinted glasses on and you'll be glad to see the back of all the overly complex equations and cluttered graphs. I'm currently job hunting, hoping to find a career opening that will give me the same level of stimulation and reward, although I have a strong suspicion I may well find myself returning to university to complete a PhD in the next few years. I wish everyone else graduating today every success with their next steps, whether they be in the world of work or continued study. I feel confident that the knowledge and skills we've gained and approaches we've learned studying for our degrees at Birmingham, and the resilience and adaptability we've developed completing them at this particular time in history will stand us in very good stead in all our future endeavours. All that remains is for me to say a final congratulations to everyone, and then I'll let you get off to enjoying your school graduation receptions. Thank you very much.
Pro-Vice-Chancellor, distinguished guests, members of the university, family members and friends. For those at the back of the hall, you came to this ceremony as graduands. You are now graduates, graduates of the University of Birmingham, alumni of the University of Birmingham. All your hard work has paid off. Many, many congratulations to you all. Well done. And whilst this ceremony is very much a celebration of your success, we've just been reminded by our student speaker, Caroline, how important the support of a number of people will have been to achieve that success. Your parents, your families, your friends, your university tutors, lecturers, support staff, your supervisors, and so forth. And so I think this is a good occasion for our graduates at the back of the hall to just stand up and give a big round of applause for all those people at the front of the hall who've supported them so much in achieving your success. So, big round of applause. Thank you. And thank you again to Carolyn, who just spoke so beautifully and so eloquently on behalf of the graduating cohort, another great example of a graduate of this university. Thank you, Carolyn. A final thank you is to our student musicians. We've not had degree ceremonies in this great hall for 2 years. We had them outside in the summer. There were celebrations, but we're not quite as formal. But our musicians play so well, the entertainers so beautifully. So a round of applause for our musicians. Now, as you graduate from this university, you can be confident you are leaving with something of real and lasting value. A University of Birmingham degree, which is valued by all the country's top employers, who recognise that this university not only provides you with an outstanding education, but also equips you with the intellectual confidence, knowledge, and transferable skills required to thrive in your careers and make a difference in the world. The fundamental value of your degree is in what it represents about you, your own personal growth, study, and experiences during your time with us. A degree from Birmingham is not easily obtained. It requires perseverance, tenacity, and resilience. And the circumstances in which we have found ourselves over the past 2 years has called for an even greater level of determination and commitment. Many of you will have faced significant personal challenges, whether you recovered from COVID yourself, spent periods self-isolating, coped with studying or working from home, or took on extra caring responsibilities. Some of you will have experienced the sadness of a personal loss. You will know the ways in which the pandemic has affected you personally, and you should be proud of all that you have accomplished in the face of adversity. Your degree is something to be cherished and something which we trust will provide you with a foundation on which to build the rest of your life. Today, we welcome you into the University of Birmingham alumni community. Being a graduate of this university means that you're part of a distinguished group, a group that includes Nobel Prize winners, world leaders, Olympic gold medalists, successful entrepreneurs, inspiring teachers, groundbreaking clinicians. But it is the culmination of the many thousands of achievements of all of our graduates that makes this university so great and so special. The achievements that you will make in your careers, the successes you will achieve in your personal lives, the impact you will have on those around you. This university was founded with a clear vision of changing the city of Birmingham and the lives of those living within it. We have a long and proud history of philanthropy, and our founder, Joseph Chamberlain, set about raising the money required to build this university and our famous clock tower from philanthropists. More than 100 years later, we are continuing to fulfill this vision of transforming lives with our fundraising and volunteering campaign, Birmingham in Action. It is an ambitious and innovative campaign which offers life-changing opportunities for young people, regardless of their background, and is already supporting a broad range of groundbreaking research projects that will help transform the world for future generations. As alumni, we hope it is a campaign that you will be proud of, and I encourage you to join many others from across our community by getting involved, sharing its impact, and becoming part of it as your careers unfold. In this way, you will help continue to change the lives of future generations of Birmingham students, students who will be sitting in this great hall in future years and who will be experiencing this same feeling of celebration and achievement in years to come. Wherever you find yourself in the world, you can be assured that you will always be part of the Birmingham family. We hope to welcome you back in the future, whether that is for further study, to come to an event, to speak with and be a mentor for future students, or simply just to come back and enjoy our beautiful campus. We will always be here to provide you with advice, to support you, and to celebrate with you as your lives and your careers develop. And so as I draw this ceremony to a close, let me thank you for everything you have given to us and to each other during your time at the university. This university would not exist but for its remarkable students. The university's motto is per ardua ad alta, which roughly translated means through effort to high things. Your achievements, which we celebrate today, embody that principle and should remain an immense source of pride, both today and for future years. I wish each of you every success for the future. Thank you. I declare this congregation closed.